Chartmaster. Meta is finally in a position to surpass Alphabet. Carter Worth Charting, looks at the technicals on Apple and Google's divergence.
Google Q4, beaten down despite the beat. Here's why Alphabet Inc., aka Google's Q4 earnings report showed strong growth in search, YouTube, and cloud, despite a slight revenue miss and higher than expected capital expenditures. The recent sell-off is likely due to concerns over capital expenditures and capacity constraints in cloud. But GOGL stock remains up over 20% in 6 months. Google's expanding margins, resilience in search, and potential payoffs from other bets like Waymo and TPUs make.
Watch these Alphabet price levels as stock tumbles after earnings report. Alphabet, GOOG, shares fell sharply Wednesday as weaker than expected cloud revenue overshadowed fourth quarter earnings that came in ahead of analysts' estimates.
Ford Motor Company, F, surpasses Q4 earnings and revenue estimates. Ford Motor Company, F, came out with quarterly earnings of 39 cents per share, beating the Zacks consensus estimate of 34 cents per share. This compares to earnings of 29 cents per share a year ago.
Ford CEO warns that Trump's tariffs could hurt the auto industry. Ford CEO Jim Farley warns that with Trump's tariffs we could see billions of dollars of pressure on the auto industry, lost jobs, lots of impacts to communities.
Ford CEO Farley on vehicle prices, tariffs, and EV strategy. Ford CEO Jim Farley discusses the expected drop in vehicle prices, the potential impact of President Donald Trump's tariffs, and the automaker's electric vehicle plans on Bloomberg The Close. Ford said earnings before interest and taxes will fall to a range of $7 billion and $8.5 billion, down from the $10.2 billion profit it generated in 2024.
Google is the latest tech giant to move away from DEI, as it weighs implications for federal contracts. The decision marks the latest major corporate retreat from diversity, equity, and inclusion practices.
Google scraps diversity hiring goals and cites Trump's DEI orders. Firm rolls back plan to hire more from underrepresented groups and said it was reviewing some of its DEI initiatives.
Google unwinds diversity goals, citing Trump's DEI orders. The Silicon Valley giant also said it was reviewing other diversity programs and initiatives and would update them if they seemed risky or ineffective.
Qualcomm, QCOM. Q1 earnings and revenues surpass estimates. Qualcomm, QCOM, came out with quarterly earnings of $3.41 per share, beating the Zacks consensus estimate of $2.93 per share. This compares to earnings of $2.75 per share a year ago.
China's smartphone consumer is back and buying local brands, says Ben Bajarin on Qualcomm results. Ben Bajarin, Creative Strategies CEO, joins Closing Bell Overtime to talk Qualcomm and ARM Holdings results.
Qualcomm. QCT division sees 20% growth. Wireless technologies specialist Qualcomm, QCOM 1.63%, reported fiscal 2025 first quarter earnings on Wednesday, February 5th, that topped analyst consensus top and bottom line estimates. Adjusted EPS soared to $3.41, exceeding the analyst estimate of $2.96.
3 top tech stocks to buy in February. The technology sector is projected to experience significant growth in 2025, with worldwide IT spending expected to reach approximately.
Report. Amazon to introduce Gen AI-powered Alexa on February 26th. Amazon is reportedly set to introduce a new, generative artificial intelligence, AI, powered version of its Alexa voice assistant. The company sent out invitations to a February 26th event featuring the head of its devices and services team, Panos Panay. And the event is expected to preview the new Alexa, Reuters reported Wednesday, February 5th, citing unnamed sources.
Amazon's war on worker bloat. Amazon's efforts to slash middle management workers is sending ripples across the company and impacting morale, while Wall Street sees it as a positive signal. Bloomberg's Spencer Soper joins Caroline Hyde and Jackie Davalos on Bloomberg Technology to discuss